Hello again, traders. Well, wouldn't you know it, the rain has started and we were all just about to go out for a long walk. So I decided to stay back and they've gone for a walk. I don't like getting wet. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to put together a video of a few thoughts I had while trading this morning first thing. So we had gold long and very early, then a DAX, and then another DAX based on the analysis from the original DAX, because if you've got a long-term idea of things going long, oh sorry, that music's distracting me. My friends have an absolute nut for Bang& Olufsen gear. He's a collector. It's amazing. And B&O Bang& Olufsen is just incredible stuff. Even the old stuff, 1970s stuff he's got. Anyway, I digress, so let's try and switch that off if I can work out what he does. I'll just turn it right down. So, sorry about that. My videos are always going to be rambling, guys, because that's the sort of person I am. And I apologise in advance, but, I've got a lot of experience and a lot to share. So, this whole DAX long really comes about as a result of this for me today. All of this green doesn't look an awful lot, but that's actually H4. And if you look on M15, it becomes H1. So this is this morning's this morning's build up. We can see we're in a long H1 trend, low, high, high, low, high, high, pullback continuation. Then this morning, or overnight, should I say, we've had the pullback. And I want to talk about all sorts of things on MTF. So we've got MTF strategies applied to everything. MTF moving averages, we've got MTF 3CRs, we've got MTF candles, multi-time frame candles, MTF momentum. The list goes on and on. And, I was watching a couple of strat videos and they do time frame continuity. And much the same idea. I really like the strat stuff actually because it's based on candles, and that's what I've been focusing on, really, candlestick analysis for the last 17 of 20 years. I realised that the 2B reversal was just it was absolutely hot, low there, break of the low, that's the resistance you need to break, and up it goes. That low, that's the break, that's Vix Brandio's level that you should trade. And when you know that level is powerful on, say, for example, M15, I've digressed already. So, but unless I do what I plan to do, which is one-to-ones and group sessions and stuff like that in the future, behind a paywall, I'd never be able to get this stuff across to people. So I know I've been bleating about, no one should need to charge them one thing or another. Well, time's money, and I'm realising that now. So I can't do it for free anymore. So it's a question of that's the way forward. Anyway, I'm working out how to do that now. So here we go. Let's have a look at this one. This is totally off the cuff analysis because I didn't intend to even talk about this. But that's your low. That's your break. That's where Vic Sporandio says you should consider going long. That in itself will be this candle will be a reversal on the 1 minute based on the 15 minute. But I won't go into that. All I want to show you is that multi-time frame means this level, this yellow level here, is super important to us. In fact, yeah, I mean, yellow line, red high there. So highlight that. I'm looking for the 0230 this morning. We drop down to the 5 minute. Disregard this. This is just a 99% runner now. get down to, there's the 5 minute there. Yeah, I can feel this is going to be quite a long video, so apologies guys, but if I don't, I'm not going to waste time editing them. Just put them on 3 times or 2 times, whatever the speed is on YouTube. And if you see anything or you hear anything that sounds remotely interesting, then have a go. So we know that yellow high there was the area that should be considered very important. And in fact, also the low. I've never thought of this before. Literally come into my head now. The low is really important because remember I say when price comes back, it comes back to test old support to see whether it'll hold as resistance. So we already know that the support has failed, the wick support, and then we can go further down, and that there was the original sort of close above on the 5 minute, based on that 15-minute level. But then we've got the pullback. So this would be on M1 the optimum time to consider entering on M1, on based on that close. But then we can also go down to the have a look on M1 because M5 leaves it we've left a lot on the table there. Go back to go down to M1, should I say. There's our 2 levels, the green level. So we've broken that. Now this is where the other day I mentioned about the tick charts and the bar charts and all that lot. If we can, there's so much more to learn. Sorry I keep saying but I'll try to stop that. But there is so much more to learn from what we've already learned, or what I've already learned on the 2Bs, from applying all those different styles. I mean, I don't know why it's taken so long to occur to me. Sorry, that's one of my friend's dogs deciding to rub himself all over the carpet. If you can hear that in the background. And he does like to make himself heard, so apologies for that too. So there's the break on the 1 minute of that critical yellow M15 high, and look what happens. There's absolutely no drawdown whatsoever, and we've got other levels on here. This is an H4 low and so on and so forth. So this is why support and resistance is so important to me, and the multi-time frame analysis and the multi-time of the candle analysis as well. That makes a huge difference. It just goes on, and we can draw trend lines based on the multi-time frame line charts as well, or open and closes if you prefer to use that expression, same thing. So there's so much knowledge now, and we've got so much in our toolbox in terms of timing, momentum, multi-time frame, everything, multi-time frame lines. The lines really are just like act as statically drawn moving average levels. So look at them any way you like, as long as they make sense to you, and you can earn money. So which is exploding right now, which is why I've started making videos again. So that little 2B is just that one candle there. Remember that? I'll leave these highlighted. I've actually almost forgotten what I wanted to write this, make this video about, but there's your M15. That's M1. Now we're going to M15. And we take the scroll off there. Runner stopped out. So that's it. 2 candles, and that's all the insides of those candles. So I mean, this is obvious to a lot of traders, but not so obvious to the new traders, perhaps. You don't have to complicate this stuff. 2B is a set of swings, and a set of swings is 2 or 3 candles. And then once you understand all of the relevance of your chosen indicators, these are my chosen indicators. You can either use mine or reinvent the wheel and do them all again and find your own. But and that's another, this is another set of 2 or 3 candles. This whole 2B going on here. So if we go to H1, that whole area there was the H1 2B. And if we go to H4, those few candles there are all that swing. So it just goes on and on and on. And when it does, and when you get it, it is just the most, you've cracked it then. You've cracked actually understanding how to trade. Then you've got to understand how not to lose money due to your greed and fear of missing out. But the more, this is the whole point of what I do, compared to some other traders that just teach one method, if you like, of say a certain time of day or whatever, or a certain swing trading strategy. It didn't work for me, and so I'm just trying to share what does work for me, and I think will greatly simplify newer traders and potentially older traders too. Traders with a huge amount of experience are telling me this is, this is changing the way I look at charts. This is changing everything for me. I get it all the time via DM and various comments and messages. So I know it works, and I know it will work for you. So sorry, I've got people coming back, so I'm going to have to call this short. But apologies, guys. But I hope there's something of value to be gained there. And honestly, it can only get better. I mean, this still is no reason to consider selling. There's no divergence there. There was divergence, I think, on M15. If memory serves me correctly. Yeah, there's divergence there, but there again, that's a lower high. So that's mild. That's nothing. There's a bit there, but it's in no man's land at the moment. And obviously, with the massive moves and the uncertainty after what some are calling Black Friday, Black Monday, the crash has started. It's hilarious because if someone tells me the crash has started, I obviously start looking for the opposite. It's like when they say gold is going to crash, it nearly always goes up, and all crypto's on its way up to 200, and it gets back to 15 or something. So anyway, we're getting a lot of noise coming on, so I will call this short. But just watch this space, guys, for more videos. Do intend to try and do, come rain or shine, come holidays or whatever, just knock out a 5 or 10 or 15-minute video every day, 365 days a year, providing I'm well enough to do it, as it were. So we shall see. Time will tell. Thank you for watching, and have a good, whatever it is, Thursday today.